Good evening. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hey, teacher.
Hello. Hello, hello, guys.
Hi,
Hi,
teacher.
teacher.
Hi, Gabby. Hi, Mauricio. Okay. Welcome to the 5th class, right? Welcome to this 5th class. So the topic for today, guys, is the following. We're analyzing some grammar structures to talk about past. Yes, to talk about past experiences. And we're also analyzing the use of some connectors, very useful for developing your writing skills. Okay, so let me share with you the screen. We're starting talking about this topic, guys. Childhood memories. What do you remember about your childhood? Yes, so think about something that you did when you were a child, something what you enjoyed doing when you were a child. Yes, your likes, dislikes, your activities, your hobbies, everything. Okay, so talk about it. Let's begin with the ladies. So let's begin with Gabby. What can you remember about your childhood, Gabby?
Could be going to the park with my dad and playing like the wolf with and the wolf and the caperucita, but
Okay.
he like that.
Okay, nice. That's a very nice memory. Do you have brothers or sisters, Gabby?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, older or younger than you?
All older.
Older. But did you used to play with them?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay, nice. That's the good thing about having siblings, because you have someone who play with. Very good. Thank you for sharing this nice experience, Gabby. Let's continue with Sylvie. What do you remember about your childhood?
When I was child, I lived with my grandparents, and my favorite movie it was uh, Sirenita.
Okay,
And that's all.
nice. Okay, good. Living with your grandparents. Okay, nice. Good experience. Thank you. Mauricio, please.
uh, Memory of my childhood that I appreciate is when I was with my sister in Salinas, and we used to live there, and he teach me how to ride a bicycle in
Okay.
in our house, and that's a very beautiful memory.
Very touching. Nice. So I think you will never forget the person who taught you to ride a bicycle. In my case, I learned by myself because my dad didn't have time, my brother didn't like to play with me. So for example, Gabby, do you remember who taught you to ride a bicycle?
My mom and my grandpa tried to teach me, but once I failed, I never want to try it again.
Okay, so you don't know how to ride a bicycle. No. Oh my God. Yeah, well, that is the risk. Once you fell over the bike, you feel the fear, and you don't want to do it anymore. I understand this. Okay, thank you for sharing your experiences, guys. Darwin, what about you? Your microphone is off. Can you check it, please?
Uh,
Okay.
when I was child, I hung out with my friends and for play every day and spend the night with them.
Okay, nice playing with your friends. Okay, maybe playing with your neighbors. That was nice about childhood. Okay, guys, I heard that one of you guys used this word. We used to live in that place. So actually, this is what we're going to check right now. Okay, we're going to check this, the use of this expression, used to, right? So, Gabby, can you help me reading, please? When do we use this grammar structure?
We use used to talk about past habits and states that don't happen now.
Very good. Okay, so it's perfect because we were talking about our childhood. We are not children anymore, so it's something that we don't do anymore. So that is the idea, guys. We use used to talk about an action from the past, yes, a past habit, but this doesn't happen in my present anymore. I don't do this anymore, right? So here you have the formula in order to make sentences with this expression used to. First and always, I have the subject, then I have the phrase used to, then after used to, guys, and be careful with this, please take notes about this, you use the verb in base form. Yes, what is base form? The original form of the verb, no changes, not in the past, not with s in the third person, not with ing, yes, only base form. Okay, and finally we have the complement, right? So you have here some examples. Can you help me reading the first example, please, Sylvie?
To live in Quito. She's in the USA now.
Very good, right? So what is the meaning of this? This means that she doesn't live in Quito anymore. She used in the past, right? Very good. Mauricio, can you help me reading number 2, please?
We used to have on-site classes before the pandemic. We have online classes now.
Yes, okay. So this is our real situation now. After the pandemic, yes, we have online classes, yeah. In the past, we used to have on-site or face-to-face classes, yes. We no longer do this. Well, now we're getting used to the new normality. People are getting back to the schools, but it's not like everybody has to do this. We're just getting adapted to the process, right? Number 3, please. Can you help me reading, Darwin?
I used to eat lots of candies. I can't eat them now because I'm diabetic.
Okay, I am diabetic. Yes, diabetic. All right, so I can eat candies anymore because it's bad for my health. This is the meaning of this sentence, right? So guys, do you understand how to make sentences with this structure, used to? Yes, do you understand? Do you have any questions? Okay, great. So I want you to give me one example. You don't need to write this in the chat box. Just tell me. Give me one example using used to. Yes, not only about your childhood, whatever you want. Yes, whatever you want. So let's begin with Mauricio. Give me one example about your life, something that you used to do and now you don't do it anymore.
I used to train soccer
Okay, nice. What happened? Why don't you train anymore?
because I didn't want it more.
Okay, you just one day say, okay, I won't do it anymore, so you stop doing that. Okay, I get it. Gabby, what about you?
I used to eat a lot of candies, but since I threw up, I never eat them again.
Okay, good. Right, nice. I don't like sweets too much now. When I was a child, of course I did, but now I don't. So maybe that also happened to you, Gabby. Good. Sylvie.
Okay, I used to go the cinema.
Okay, you used to go to the cinema, right? You don't do it anymore. Okay, Darwin.
I used to meet my school friend once a month to talk about our lives. No,
Okay,
we haven't met.
okay, very good. Excellent, Darwin. Good examples, guys. I see you understood. Yeah. Now, I want to continue with the negative form. We're talking about the past, right? So you have to remember the grammar structure from the past, yes? So let's say, if I want to change the sentence, she used to live in Quito, to the negative form, what would be the negative form? Think about it, guys. What is the negative form?
She doesn't use.
I cannot use she doesn't because it's present. And I am not talking about present, I'm talking about
She
past.
didn't.
Okay, there you go, Darby. Very good. So I say she didn't what?
Used to live in Quito.
Very good. She didn't used to. Now I cannot say used to. No, it's incorrect. Why? Why is it incorrect if I say she didn't used to in the past? Why is this?
You didn't,
Can you repeat that again, please?
because I use didn't.
Very good. Yes. So it's everything about didn't. Remember, when I have the auxiliary verb, I cannot conjugate the verb in the past. I use base form. Why? Because didn't is already the indicator that I am working with past tense, right? So she didn't used to live in Quito. Yes, that is for the negative. So please don't forget to use base form. Now questions. Transform this she used to live in Quito into a question. How can we do this?
Did
Okay.
used to.
Did? Can you repeat again, please? Did?
Did she used to?
Perfect. And the complement. Did she used to live in Quito? So yes, guys, we're working with the past, so we must continue using the structures from the past. This is like the yes, no question in the past. Did she used to live in Quito? Yes, she did. No, she didn't, right? So you just have to adapt what you already know to the new grammar structures. Yep. Questions? Do you have any questions? No? All right, great. Let's continue with the next part. Here we have an exercise to practice this. So you have to complete this dialogue using the verb in parentheses with used to. Yes, so if you have not, of course, this is negative. Okay, so just add used to and the verb. Okay, so let's say, how can we make this? Okay, Sylvie, yes, Sylvie and Darwin, you are reading this first part. Yes, and Mauricio and Gabby, you are reading the second part. Okay, so the host is Sylvie and the LG is Darwin, okay? And same thing, Gabby, you are the host and LG is Mauricio in the second part, okay? So read it, please, giving me the correct answers.
Okay. Thank you for being with us here on Famous Guest Stars.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Could you tell us about your early years?
Sure, as a child, I used to study At the religious school, I was a good student and good high graduate.
Did you used to be happy at the school?
And well, I didn't used to be.
Perfect. Continue.
Happy because my classmates my used to make fun of me for being eccentric in the theater roles I used to perform in. And also I used to be a victim of bullying, but isn't a problem.
Okay. Isn't a problem anymore. I'm surrounded by open-minded people at work now. Thank you very much, Sylvie and Darwin. You did great. Continue, please. The next couple of students.
How did you used to deal with that situation?
I had to deal it by myself. Now I am more open about how I feel, but I didn't used to tell anyone about my feelings.
I didn't used to tell. Very good. I didn't use, sorry, to tell. Base form. Okay, continue.
Ay, miércoles, ñaño. I used to, um, I understand you have created a foundation for young people, haven't you?
That's right. Since I didn't used to feel safe at school, I want the children and teens of today to develop into loving and open-minded people.
That's great news. Okay, Gabby, don't worry. I understand maybe your brother is bothering you right now. Okay, never mind. Yep, well, you did great, guys. Thank you very much for helping me completing this out. Very good. Yeah, so remember, we use base form, okay? If it's positive, we use used to plus base form. And if it's negative, we use didn't use in the present to be. Same thing with base form, right? Questions so far? Okay, great. Let's continue with the next part. Now, guys, you have here some expressions. These are the ones I told you that are very useful when you are working with your writing skills. Okay, so in the word bank, can you help me reading, please, Darwin, the words that you have in the word bank?
But while, however, although.
Although, very good. We call them connectors. Yes, we call them connectors. Oh, sorry, I already gave you the answers here. Okay, never mind. So, number one, please, can you help me reading, Sylvie?
In the past, people used to send smoke signals, but now they use online communication.
Very good. The first connector is but. So it's like we use but to contrast two ideas. In this case, first, we're talking about how people used to communicate, and now we contrast the way people communicate now. Yeah, so using this in this way. Be also careful with punctuation. Here you see a comma. Why? Because you have another idea. Yes, you are adding another idea, right? Can you help me reading the second sentence, please, Mauricio?
Yes, teacher. While in the past people sent letters and cards, today they send text message to friends and relatives.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so we're same thing. We're comparing two activities, yes? Two activities, what happened in the past and what happened now. The difference here is that we use while at the beginning of the sentence, right? And when you use while at the beginning of the sentence, same thing. You keep the comma, yes? So you have to write a comma and then continue with the next idea or the next clause, right? Different from but, because you use but in the middle of the sentence, yes? Not at the beginning, not at the end, okay? The next one, please, Gabby.
Also, many years ago, the telephone and the radio modernized the world. Nowadays, it is Facebook and Twitter that have revolutionized and made people's life easier and faster.
Thank you very much. So although is also a word that you use at the beginning of the sentence, and when you want to continue with the next idea, you write a comma, okay? So same thing, we're contrasting, yes? We're contrasting how the telephone changed or modernized the world, yes, in the past, and now what's happening in the present with communication, yes, with the social media like Facebook, Twitter, and stuff. Yep. Okay, and the last one, please. Can you help me reading Darwin?
Dorothy used to write letters and send telegrams. However, today she emails everywhere.
Very good. Okay, so this word, however, yes, we use the word however in the middle of the sentence, in the middle of two ideas, yes, but you don't write commas here. You need to, or you must to write a full stop. You write the full stop, then you write however plus comma. Same thing, we use however to contrast ideas. Yes, contrast ideas. Okay, so we're seeing some examples in a little quiz to see if you understood how to use each one of them, okay? Do you have any questions maybe about them, about these words, about these connectors? Great, guys. Good, so to finish with these activities and to check if you really understood, we're playing this Kahoot game, okay? You already know how to do this. Let me share to you the link so that you can enter to the game. Write your name, please, and enter to the game. I'm sharing with you the code. All right, so let's do it, guys. Okay, Gabby's here, Sylvie's here, Darwin's here, and Mauricio. Yes, everybody's in, so we can start. Okay, so used to is to talk about experiences in the what tense?
Past.
In the past. Yes, not the present, the past. Right, let's continue. Okay, with used to, we use the auxiliary verb. What auxiliary verb?
Didn't.
Didn't, yes. Because we're talking about the past, not the present. Don't is for present. That's why this was false. Okay. Okay, great. After used to, rewrite verbs in base form. Not in the past, not with ing, the original form. Very good. Okay, I cannot say my dad used to read because we need to use the past form. Okay, so let's continue with the next part. Okay, so I see one of you chose the incorrect option. I cannot use didn't used because I need base form. Don't forget, please. I didn't used to. All right, let's continue with the next. Okay, great. Here we have used to write base form. Let's continue. Okay, half of you were mistaken. You have to analyze the context, guys. So it says, my mom didn't allow me to eat them. So I didn't used to eat many candies. Yes, good. Let's continue. Okay, yeah, we use but and however. They are connectors for contrasting ideas. Okay. The second last question. Okay, guys, remember, we can use but in the middle of the sentence. Connectors like while and although are better to use at the beginning of the sentence, right? Okay, and the last question. Okay, guys, here we have different opinions, I guess. Okay, so remember, we use this connector, however, into sentences related to the same idea. Yes, but remember, I use a full stop to use however. However goes in the middle of the idea, right? But it's the beginning of a new sentence. Okay, so you have to write this at the beginning of the sentence plus comma. Maybe it was my mistake because I didn't write however with capital letter. Sorry, maybe you got confused for that, but this is the general rule. Okay, guys, so let's see who's the winner in today's game. Darwin, 5 out of 10. Thank you. Gabby, 7 out of 10. And the winner is Mauricio with 9 out of 10. Very good job, guys. Thank you very much. That was all for today, and see you soon. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take
Bye,
care.
teacher.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
teacher.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.